What's up, guys? Old Ed Mike here. Welcome to my top 5 EPs of 2021. Let's go.
You die.
Number 5.
You're my brother. I would have done anything for you. I miss you.
What happened to brothers forever?
So Convictions is a band that I just got into this year when they dropped their super emotional song Price of Grace. It's also technically like right in between an EP and an LP. It's like 25 minutes, 7 tracks. Super debatable, but I'm going to call it an EP, and basically reflections with some Christcore cleans, super catchy choruses, and absolutely devastating breakdowns. Listening to this EP felt like Mosh City, so definitely give those guys a check out. Number 4.
Can't wait to see the fucking day.
Structures used to be one of my favorite bands back when they first came out. Kind of felt like an offshoot of Amir, kinda. And then their second album, they got a little bit different. Still very solid, a little bit more emotional and raw. But listening to this EP, Structures really came back full force with their own brand of interesting chords, timing changes, micro-thal, if you will. I think this EP will definitely hit it for old Structures fans and also just fans of newer metalcore in general. Very, very solid. Number 3. So Knock Loose is a band that I never really cared about outside of just going to their live shows and beating the shit out of people, just having a good time live, you know, but I didn't listen to like their albums a lot, like in my own personal time. However, hearing this album just really blew my mind. There was like some like progressive melodic death in this EP, not to mention, you know, the whole music video that was a whole story, like a claymation story, just incredible work, you know, all around. His vocals felt stronger than I've ever heard them. Instrumentalization was just perfect. Absolutely killer. Number 2.
How can I feel fine?
So, Bill Murray states that this is not an EP, but it is an album. It's 23 minutes, okay? Fuck you, it's an EP. Love you, Bill Murray. You made it to my top 2 EPs. Bill Murray, if you haven't listened to Bill Murray, just crazy, insane songwriting ability. If you want an even more experimental version of like Dance Gavin Dance style post-hardcore with a little bit extra metalcore breakdowns in there and a whole bunch of interesting other shit, check out this EP from Bill Murray and their past 2 EPs before that as well. Just super fun, bouncy, catchy, poppy choruses, parts that even sound like The Weeknd. It's crazy, and I absolutely love it. Screw Attack Attack. Some runner-ups real quick. Got Gatecreeper. Not normally my style of metal or metalcore. It's not metalcore at all, but that's what I'm saying. It's not really my style normally, but I listened through it, you know, because I had tried to listen through at least the most EPs I could this year. I really appreciated their like own brand of like injecting like little parts of hardcore punk into their like death metal. Had a real super doomy outro, like an 8-minute track, which I totally vibed with. Thoroughly enjoyed it. If I Die First, super 2003 screamo, emo, post-hardcore throwback. If you're in the mood for like some old school stuff like that, this album really hits that mark. The Queen Guillotined. This one was referred to me by someone on TikTok. Also another throwback, but this time it's like 2006 to 2008 deathcore. Super fast, 2 steps, some like old school Chelsea Grin vocals. Was very fun listening through this. But number 1.
Staggered up on my line. I was walking by. I said what I didn't know. To be left alone.
I can't tell you how much a sigh of relief it is when you're listening through an entire day's worth of a playlist of metalcore and some melodic hardcore comes on. This was my first time with this band. Listen through this EP today, and I'm gonna give it my number 1 spot. I just fucking love melodic hardcore, and this was the perfect example of it, with honestly some very catchy like post-hardcore style clean choruses. Really add a lot to the melodic hardcore genre. Super fast hardcore verses, tons of 2-step build-ups, solid breakdowns, super like positive lyrics in there, which is another one of my favorite things about this genre. And not to mention this also hit a personal mark for me because it reminded me of one of my good friends that passed away this year, who was in a melodic hardcore band and had a lot of that same sound. He would have loved this, and I was super about this, so please check out No Bragging Rights. That's about it. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your favorite EPs of this year in the comments below. Also, make sure you spin kick that subscribe button. Check out my Patreon and all that stuff down below. Come by our live streams that we do Friday nights, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube. Drink some beers, request some songs. Old Head Mike signing off, reminding you, never too old for this.